All right. How's it going? Just gonna make sure everything is working and ready. Doing multi-streaming. Let's see. That looks good. Got 2 more drinks to try out today. We've got Gfuel, Pac-Man, Power Pellets. This is supposed to be cherry. And then zero sugar, acai, or acai, vitamin water, blueberry-pomegranate. So, quite the combination. I think I'll start with this one. So this is a live stream. I'll respond to any comments that I see after my little presentation of each one. Yeah. Taking a look at this Pac-Man Gfuel Power Pellet Edition. Looks like it's some sort of cherry flavor. 16 fluid ounce, 473 milliliters. So yeah, cherry lollipop. There we go. So this is a extreme energy drink. Let's go over some of the information about it. Nutrition facts: 0 calories, 65 milligrams of sodium, and that's pretty much it for that. It does have some vitamins: potassium, niacin, and vitamin B12, vitamin C, B6, and zinc. And then for the ingredients, let's see. Before that, I'm trying to find the caffeine amount. It's on here somewhere. I see cautionary warnings, but I don't see the actual number. Oh, it's 140 milligrams of caffeine. So this one's a little bit lower, or a lot lower than some of the other Gfuel. Okay. Ingredients: carbonated water, malic acid, sodium gluconate, natural and artificial flavor, citric acid, vitamins, and amino acid blend. Potassium sorbate for preservative, potassium citrate, caffeine sucralose, and acephane potassium, which are both sugar alternatives. That's what's sweetening the drink. I'll show all this all on screen. For stuff. There's the Gfuel logo. I'm a fan of Pac-Man and all that, but I never really played the game too much. You know, there's a bunch of newer ones as well. Where is that? So there's the 140 milligrams of caffeine and a bunch of other information. I like the design of this one. It's pretty cool. And on the back, there's the nutrition facts. Got that 65 milligrams of sodium. That's not too bad. It's a fair amount for a drink, but it's not a huge amount of sodium. There's the different vitamins at their percentages and amounts. And then we've got our cautionary warnings about caffeine. And then we've got our ingredients. I think I need to be a little bit closer so it can be readable. There's the 2 different sweeteners on the bottom. Do your research on those and understand what you're drinking. I do drink reviews, so I mean, I'm going to drink it, but I would rather not drink these all the time. Anyways, yeah. So that is the can. We can open this up and try it out. Whoops. Trying to keep it away from my microphone. This doesn't make like a loud noise. It's probably good. So clearly it's very clear, which I think is nice. There's no need to really load it up with food coloring, in my opinion. It looks good. Very simple. You can see the carbonation. Yeah. Let's do a smell test. Yeah, it does have a cherry smell to it. Again, this is the Gfuel Power Pellet Pac-Man energy drink. And specifically cherry lollipop. Yeah, with any of these drinks, they have a very highly manufactured taste to them, if that makes sense. I think it tastes fine, but it's going to be a very personal preference. It's got the sucralose aspartame or sucralose aspartame potassium combo of the sweetener. They're not going to taste just like sugar. They have a bit of an aftertaste. Yeah, I think they're fine, but at least no, it's not going to taste like a high fructose corn syrup or a sugar. Definitely has a cherry taste to it. I think the lollipop, like cherry lollipop, I think that's pretty close in description versus what it tastes like. So if you like the artificial, I don't know if I should use that word. If you like the taste of cherry, but not actually cherry, but like the usual taste of things that have cherry flavoring in them, then you'll probably like this one. You see it's natural and artificial flavors. And then there's citric acid, which adds some tartness, sourness to it. Yeah. I think out of the G Fuels that I've had, this is probably the one that I like the most. Maybe the Sonic one. That's kind of a peach flavor. But yeah, I think this one's pretty good. And it doesn't have the 300 milligrams of caffeine, which I feel like is excessive. This is 140 milligrams, which is still probably a fair amount more than a cup of coffee, which I think is usually like 90 milligrams. But I mean, that's smaller usually. So 140 maybe per amount of volume. It has the same amount of caffeine per volume, maybe, or like approximately. And yeah, I think 140 is a pretty reasonable amount for a drink like this. So if I were to get another G Fuel, I might go for this one over their other ones that are kind of a little, in my opinion, a little too much. Yeah. Carbonation is nice. Let me try it from the can. I think this is one that you can drink from the can or you can drink it from a glass with ice. There's enough carbonation that you'll still get some probably when you pour it into something. But I mean, just drinking it from the can is fine. Yeah. Anyways, I like it. I think it's pretty good for a highly manufactured, artificial, and natural flavored cherry like drink. And that's the Gfuel Pac-Man. I think it's pretty decent for what it is. Next, let me clear out my cup a little bit. Some water. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, but so this one is vitamin water. Taking a look at this vitamin water, zero sugar, acai, blueberry pomegranate, XXX drink. This is 20 fluid ounce, 591 milliliters. This is kind of in its own category of drink. I don't know, did vitamin water basically create this genre of drink or whatever you want to call it? I'm not sure. Anyways, nutrition facts, 0 calories and 0 milligrams of sodium, 0 grams of protein. Does have potassium, like a trace amount, vitamin C, B6, pantothenic acid, selenium, vitamin A, niacin, B12, magnesium, and manganese. I don't know if I've ever seen manganese in a drink. Sorry, the carbonation from this is coming back to me. Ingredients: reverse osmosis water, less than 0.5% of all the different vitamins. Fruit and vegetable juice for color. So this is naturally colored. That's nice. Natural flavors, citric acid, stevia leaf extract. So that is the sweetener in here is stevia. It's kind of a newer alternative sweetener, low calorie sweetener. It does have a very specific flavor usually. Electrolytes, so calcium and magnesium lacetates and potassium phosphate. Oh, it also has monk fruit extract for the sweetener. So that's another low calorie sweetener, monk fruit. Sodium selenate, manganese citrate. Okay. Yeah, a lot of difficult to pronounce things, but they're vitamins. So, most of them. There's the vitamin water logo. Zero sugar. I always used to pronounce this acai. So I think it's acai, something like that. And then blueberry pomegranate. Nutrition facts again. Not much to that. And then we've got our vitamins. You can see the different percentages. So quite a bit of vitamin C in here. And then the other ones are either 100 or under. Those are daily value percentages. Those are calculated by whatever organization defines that. You know, it'll be different for every person based on your size and what you need day to day. And there's the ingredients. Like I said, the things to take note of: stevia and then monk fruit for the sweeteners. So they generally have a very specific flavor. They're newer ones. I mean, compared to what's in this thing. This has got the Sucralose and acephane potassium. Whoops, that looks kind of weird, but yeah, I would prefer the monk fruit and the stevia personally, even if they don't, even if their taste is got, you know, some aftertaste to them. But that's just me. All right, pop this open. I hold it to the side because I don't want my microphone to have like a loud pop noise to it. There we go. Very strong color to it. But it says fruit and vegetable juice for coloring, so that's good. Yeah. Looks kind of cool. Get some light on it. There we go. Let's do a smell test. It says it has a slight berry smell. It's not very strong. Anyways, this is the vitaminwater zero sugar Acai-Blueberry-Pomegranate XXX drink. Let's try it out. Yeah. I do notice the stevia and the monk fruit. I think they work pretty well with this combo of flavoring. It's pretty I keep saying pretty. It's relatively subtle. My mouth is still reeling from the cherry flavor of this, so it's hard for me to, honestly, it's kind of hard for me to taste this. Yeah. From what I can tell, it's pretty pleasant tasting. Nice berry flavor. The stevia and the monk fruit, to me, I think are fine. They do have a bit of an aftertaste, but that's just how it goes. I think it works in combination of these flavorings plus that kind of bit of an aftertaste that it's not bothersome. You know, it's not noticeable in a negative way. Yeah. I think it's pretty pleasant tasting. If you like any sort of berry like flavor, I don't really know what pomegranate tastes like in reality, but or the acai. Yeah, but I assume they're in there flavor wise. There's a little bit of sourness to it, but it's pretty subtle. So there's citric acid in here. Yeah, just that. So you've got a little bit of the citric acid sourness. It says natural flavors. Of course, all the vitamins, which might add depending on how you are in the day. You know, if you just woke up or something, you might notice some of the vitamin bitterness and such, but I didn't really notice much. Let me see. Yeah, they somehow mask all of the vitamins and stuff pretty well with the flavoring and the whatever else goes into it, the sweeteners and all that. Yeah, I think this is a nice one. Pretty pleasant tasting to me. Obviously, that's personal preference. It's got a lot of vitamins and things in it, which, you know, I don't know if that's marketing or what, but it's in here. So 200% vitamin C. I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah. Pretty nice, pretty pleasant. drink from vitamin water. And then you don't have the huge amount of calories in it comparatively to regular drinks with either sugar or high fructose corn syrup. As long as you're okay with the stevia and the monk fruit in this one. Yeah. Again, that was a vitamin water, zero sugar, acai, blueberry, pomegranate, XXX drink. I like it. Okay, and that's it for me for today. Fun little drink review stream again. Yeah. I think both of these ones, depending on what you're into, I think they're pretty decent. For the Gfuel, it's, to me, I like saying highly manufactured drinks. A lot of energy drinks are like that. They have artificial flavors, and this one says artificial and natural. Obviously, a ton of caffeine, 140 milligrams for this one, I think is much more reasonable than some of the other ones. And flavor-wise, let me try this again. Yeah, there's a lot more flavor in this thing than this one. Yeah. So I probably should have started the drink review with this comparatively to this, but that's okay. Anyways, I go by Scotty Joe Food Reviews on different platforms, and actually Photography Bonsai and other stuff as well, because I do a bunch of genres of reviews of products like technology and cameras and all that, and actually photography, like doing photography. But yeah, if you want to follow the stream on whatever platform you're watching it on, that would be cool as well. So I'm going to sign out for now. See ya. Let's see.